Hi, are you considering making the switch from the standard American diet with all its unhealthy benefits to a more meat heavy, perhaps even a carnivore, proper human diet? I made that switch and it made my life so much better. I reversed a bunch of metabolic conditions, including type 2 diabetes. And I want to share my experience with you so you can do this in an easier way than I did. If I were to make the transition again, the one thing that I would do, the one thing that I would change is I would give myself time. See, I basically tried to make the shift cold turkey, and it was really, really rough for two reasons. First off, if you're eating the standard American carb laden diet, you might be eating 200 grams of carbohydrates or more per day. And by carbohydrates, I essentially mean sugars or things that turn into sugars in our body. And if you're doing that, this causes two problems. First off, the emphasis on carbohydrates is addictive. It's like any other addiction, it does take some time to withdraw. Or it can be done cold turkey with a lot of suffering and consequences. The second thing is, if you're like me, your internal flora and fauna, your gut microbiome, was designed to process a lot of things like insoluble fiber, carbohydrates, and some meat. But that's a totally different balance of gut stuff, if you will, for processing a meat and meat products heavy diet. So, what I would do is I would take 30 to 45 days to make the transition. Get yourself an application for your phone, like Chronometer, and start tracking everything you eat on a daily basis and be honest about it. Take a look at how many carbs you have going into your system. The first week, work on reducing that by a third. So, if you're eating 250 grams of carbohydrates, try to take it down to 125 to 150. Then the second week, cut it again by another 20, 25%. Maybe you take it down to 75, 80 grams. The third week, take it down to 50 grams if you can. The fourth week, cut down to 20 grams of carbohydrates per day or less. And then finally, you can go as low in carbohydrates as you want by going to a nearly meat carnivore diet. Doing this will give your body time to adjust, and you should avoid things that are called the keto flu, which are really carbohydrate withdrawal symptoms. It will allow your internal gut to adjust. Now, that adjustment, whether you go cold turkey or not, will probably take 30, maybe 45 days, depending upon the state you're in. The adjustment, following the process I outlined, will take 30 to 45 days, but it'll be a lot easier on your mind, your spirit, and your body if you try the gradual reduction to getting to the zero carb carnivore way of eating. Trust me, I've been there. I went through it. I'm putting this video out like the channel promised, so you don't have to. Now, what you need to do is find out the list of foods that you should eat when you start going from the standard American diet to a keto diet. Those lists are all over the internet. And if you join our community listed in the link below, we have that as well as a bunch of videos to help you pick the foods you should eat and talk about what you should eliminate in specific orders. But generally, added sugar, seed oils need to go first. Then you need to reduce down and eliminate the grains. Then you need to get rid of the fruits, anything other than a small fruit, like some blueberries, strawberries, maybe some blackberries. And you should cut down the amount of those you eat over the course of the 30 days until finally those are gone. Find you a list of the foods, find you a group that can help support you. And you can make the transition from the SAD to the carnivore diet a pretty easy transition as you go from zero to carnivore in 30 days. If you like this video and you found it helpful, please like and subscribe with the buttons below. so that this word gets out and you can help others who are considering this switch, especially the time of the year when we set out new goals for ourselves, as easy as possible. And there'll be some links in the show notes to our community, as well as some videos from some of my mentors and some playlists that can help you make that transition smoothly and more easily. In the meantime, take care until we speak again. Stay healthy, be well, eat right, and we'll talk soon.